let's do a thought experiment here, okay? Let's say in a month, they slowly, gradually, they start to open workplaces. You gotta open. Here's the thing. Here's the big problem. You gotta open the kindergartens and the schools, because otherwise people won't be able to go to work.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
And just to put this into context, people, Israel has over 1 million people unemployed. That is over 25% of the workforce.
Yeah.
Is out of a job.
Yeah. Let's say you want to
Insanity.
open a part of the workplaces, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So but you gotta open the kindergartens. Otherwise, how can the parents go to work?
Yeah.
But if you open the kindergartens and you get an outbreak in the kindergartens, then what they'll do, they'll shut down the kindergartens, right? In a city, for example.
And then they shut
And
down the
then
work.
they shut down work. Like
And
we
go
got,
back.
yeah. So what's gonna happen?
And this situation is not sustainable. I mean, you could say, okay, well, let's just gradually go out over the span of what, a year, 2 years? You know, there was an article that came out about the flattening the curve.
Mm-hmm.
But he was basically talking about the fact that you see all these nice little memes going around of the curve without, lockdown and the curve with a lockdown. But he said they're just illustrations. Like, it's like in the economics courses. You don't actually draw the graphs to proportion, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of draw it just to give people an idea. He says if you actually draw it to proportion, flattening the curve at the current healthcare capacity, you would span the disease out over like 10 years. So flattening the curve, like that line is much lower than what it...
Now, they're counting ventilators.
Okay.
Like, they're relying on beds and ventilators. But now some doctors say, like, I saw a very disturbing video of a doctor in one of New York's hospitals. And he's saying, essentially, we are not certain that the ventilators help necessarily, because we might be pushing oxygen to lungs that cannot receive the oxygen, because what the virus does, allegedly, it blocks the way for the oxygen to go through the lungs and to the bloodstream. And so the only thing I think that makes sense is that with time we'll know more.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully with that knowledge we'll be able to somehow work something out. But
yeah, so I hear this.
Going to brighten the light.
I hear this claim also coming from all sorts of people that, like, the idea is to just buy time, right? Whether or not it's in order to flatten the curve or it's to, increase the chances of finding a vaccine, or just in general better understanding the virus, right? More time, the more we understand, the better we can tackle this thing.
Yeah.
But time, there's always a cost.
Yeah.
And that cost needs
they're
to be...
find they'll have to find equilibrium between time and cost.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, is that in my eyes, we've already taken a huge, huge hit. And I don't I don't know what the long-term effects of the hit to the, people see it as a cynical concern, like, oh, the markets, like, the industry, oh, companies, money. It's like, money has a real impact on people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between you and the guy that's sleeping on the sidewalk downstairs is money. And so, I mean,
and
I don't
deodorant.
And deodorant, which, you buy with money.
Yeah.
But yeah, the deodorant is more...
You can make deodorant
felt
from trees and dead hamsters.
I don't know what websites you've been reading, but I don't think that's how you make deodorant.
Okay.